Okay, so as the trend with 2026 continues, I wake up to big news. So it seems like there was an officer-involved shooting with ICE and a woman in Minneapolis. If you haven't seen the videos, they're not great. So it's kind of the newest controversy. Everybody's putting in their 10 cents, so I thought I would do that as well. I apologize, my voice is a little gravelly today. Still fighting something. It's been fun. So obviously somehow this instantly becomes partisan because America, so we've got right-leaning people, right-wing people saying, well, she tried to run over a police officer, so he was within the course of his duties to defend himself, and then, oh, she shouldn't have tried to run, and then other people saying that it was murder. So I'm gonna do something that normally doesn't happen in America and try to do a nuanced take of what happened. So I want to watch some of the full speed videos first. None of these are graphic, like you don't actually see anything. You do see a firearm discharged. Well, not in this one, but in the other ones, there's no blood, there's no body. So don't worry about that, at least. Yeah, so here's one of the far angles. There's a much better angle on the other side that we'll find. So yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. From that angle, and then I'm sure there will be one like, oh, I haven't seen this angle. I've seen it from like the other side.
What the fuck?
So obviously people are outraged. I want to see the main angle though, because yeah, it's like somebody like 15 feet to the left, so we see the driver's side window. So this is the slowed down version. I wanted to see, oh, here we go. I wanted to see full speed first.
No!
So obviously right there, we don't know what led up to this, but him saying, get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the fucking car. An important talent that you need to have and foster as a law enforcement agent is de-escalation, right? Not giving into emotion, not making it worse. So obviously she gets scared, and then there's the officer who will do the shooting in front of her. So when somebody charges up to you, I understand getting scared. I believe she was a citizen, so I don't know what led up to this. I'm going to try to find that at some point.
No!
But so he's reaching over the top. He's trying to open the door. So she panics and she floors it.
Oh, shit.
She's trying to turn away. She might not have even seen the officer out front. I'm just giving her tons of benefit of the doubt. And then he ends up firing. So
Oh my fucking god! What the fuck? What the fuck? You just fucking, what the fuck did you do?
So, yeah, obviously shocking to the people who witnessed it. Hassan, like normal, has brain dead takes, so it's kind of classic. But I brought up the slowed down version. Oh, I grabbed this earlier. Oh, this is that far away. Yeah, we don't need that. So we'll go here. So you can tell that it snowed recently, and there are these wet patches on the road. And if you notice, her front tires spin a lot more than her rear tires. So I think it's slippery up here, and you'll see how he kind of is moving. And then watch when the guy who's out front, watch him, watch his feet when he starts getting bumped a little bit by the car. So yeah, look at that. See that? See that? He's doing it too. So they're slipping. So I think that this guy in the back is a dumbass, and he shouldn't have drawn his weapon, because again, that's just escalation. And he's not in imminent danger. Obviously, a car is considered a deadly weapon, and you can easily kill people with a car, right? Accidentally or not accidentally. And so she's not going fast enough that she could seriously injure or hurt him. So him drawing his weapon at this point is not the move. But at the same time, she also shouldn't be fleeing from the police, right? And maybe she was just out of her mind, like scared. People do nonsensical things or reckless things when they're afraid, right? Or when they're angry, or when emotions take over. We don't do our best thinking. So I think this is just a tragedy. It's a comedy of error, or tragedy of errors. I apologize. Nothing's funny about this one. I mean, not this one. You know what I mean. But so I think this was the mistake. He shouldn't have drawn. She shouldn't have left. He shouldn't have escalated by going up that way. She shouldn't have left. Now, him drawing here, part of me wonders if when he's getting nudged, because now he's committed one hand to his service weapon and the other hand to push off against the hood, right? So I think he gets pushed, slips, because he barn doors, because he only has one point of contact on the vehicle. And I think he accidentally shoots, which is almost worse because of how unprofessional it is. So he's already pointing, which he shouldn't be doing, because he shouldn't have drawn. So right there, like, oh, both of his feet come up. So see that? So he moves his left leg out of the way, but watch his Michael Jackson's right there. Slide. See that? Boom. Slide, boom. I think this dumbass drew his gun, had his finger on the trigger, and he slid. Because look, the guy here is sliding too. Like when she pulls away, it pulls him a little bit, and he's slipping. He's trying not to eat it right here. So I think that guy in the back is a dumbass. I think that this was completely avoidable. Obviously, she shouldn't have ran, right? She should have... If you're in a position like this, especially if you have spectators and people are filming, like you're not just on your own, the safest course of action is to just comply. Okay? And I know that sounds like you're just rolling over, and like if you are of the opinion that this is fascist or it's whatever, it is still better to just comply. Just comply. Don't try to drive away. Don't try to run. I don't think she was trying to hurt anybody. I think she was scared and she was just trying to get away. And for the whole, it's unmasked, or it's masked people, they're not identifying themselves. It's like, listen, this has been going on for a year now. Like, that's not an excuse anymore. You can't use that to try to obfuscate away from, people who are trying to intentionally disrupt law enforcement actions. You just can't. It's such a weak argument. They are masking up for good reasons, because when they weren't, they were getting doxxed and people were getting attacked, and they were having threats made to their families and their homes. So it's like, I totally get not wanting to have all that information directly available, because there are crazy people on both sides, and crazy people on the left were, attacking and doxing and threatening law enforcement agents. They were threatening ICE agents. So, and this is all stemming from, violent rhetoric from both sides, but the vilification of ICE agents, by politicians, by, Ilhan Omar, AOC, by Tim Walz has had a lot of things that he said as well. Jacob Frey, a lot of things that he said as well. Mayor of Chicago, Governor of Illinois, Newsom. There's been a lot of people who have basically completely demonized ICE, and I think that actually does a disservice, because when you get into people's minds that they're being, taken in by the quote-unquote literal Gestapo, that's Hassan Piker being an absolute brain-dead moron, it just makes everything worse, because then it creates danger on both sides, where people are more likely to act irrationally and act out of fear because they're trying to flee the quote-unquote Gestapo. But it's also that people who are being called the Gestapo are getting attacked, and they're in more danger as well. It literally benefits nobody to just try to smear operations. But obviously this one's bad. He should get... I don't think you can bring him up on a murder charge. I think that the jurisprudence of stand your ground, him being a federal agent, he might have thought that he was getting run over, or that could potentially happen. I don't think you can get him on a murder indictment. I think that you could make a very strong case for like negligent manslaughter, or what I think it's second degree manslaughter, something like along those cases, right? Where he shouldn't have drawn a sidearm, hands down. That was just poor policing. It was poor situational awareness. This guy should have practiced de-escalation. It's like everybody's fault. And you'll find that most of the time, blame is apportioned to both sides. Like this whole concept of like 100% wrong, 100% right on an issue like this, or an instance like this, it's so stupid. It's like there's always something that both sides do that made the situation worse. And again, I don't know what led up to this exactly. I'm going to try to find that video, but just in context of the video and her trying to pull away, she didn't deserve to get shot. He definitely should not be allowed anywhere near law enforcement or firearms for that matter. Having your finger on the trigger in that situation, so stupid. So stupid. Clearly it's slippery. Just unfortunate. Yeah. Because obviously doing that too, you're creating a huge hazard here. What if a group of people was filming over on that sidewalk, right? Like a vehicle, Honda Pilot? You're talking about a 4,000 or 5,000 pound vehicle. Let's look. Curb weight. Oh my God. Yeah, 4,000 to 4,500 pounds, right? So you're talking about, and it gets speed. Like it picks up some.
What the fuck? Shit! Oh my fucking God!
Like if that went into a group of people, that could have easily killed or hurt way more people. So it's just stupid all around. It's very frustrating. Oh, she was okay. U.S. citizen, blocking her from medical care, letting her die. I don't know about that. I need to find the earlier video. Rogue agency incapable of reform. That's not productive. Vacate the city. I echo that call. It's like they can't though. Like they literally can't. They're they're doing their job, and you don't have to agree with that, or you don't have to like that to agree that that's what they're doing. It's just stupid because we create these divisions between ourselves and then amp them up to the nth degree. Fascist country where, you know, he's allowed to tweet this. You know, if that's the actual Gestapo, he would have been picked up by secret police, so whatever. 100% confirmed to be, no, that's, okay. Like, on a technicality, yes. You can argue that it's self-defense, but that doesn't absolve them of their responsibility for the mistakes they made leading up to it happening. Trying to frame this, seeing the video. It's not, like I said, it is and it isn't, right? By the letter of the law, yes, self-defense. But by my internal compass, he needs punishment. You know, obviously lose his job and bring him up on, I don't know, some sort of charge, tear gas, whatever. I'll see if I can find the video of, like, the lead up. Oh, is she just trying to flip a U-turn? And then they stop her? Because it looks like she's trying to wave them through. But, like, something already happened, right? Because why would they be filming otherwise? And, like, the framing here, it's like, come on. Minneapolis, white female citizen, has U.S. passport, DHS official confirmed to me, because of course it was. Liberal white women have been radicalized to terrorize ICE. To a degree, right? But we're kind of seeing it on both sides too, where conservative men and women have been radicalized to dislike, or in some cases even hate, immigrants, full stop, right? Domestic terrorism. That's strong. It's dumb. The witnesses literally said she was trying to move away from the agents, and one of them went to their car and shot her. That's not what happened. No, she was not trying to run them over. Mayor Frey, I don't know, he's weird. Like a white dude speaking like fluent Somali like that. Not that that's bad. I think that's cool. I think more people need to be bilingual or even trilingual in America. We all saw the video. Yeah, it's just spin. It's like both sides just spin it. It's like, try to look at it objectively. Dismantling ICE is the moderate position. No, it's not. Okay, like, yeah, I don't see the lead up. Maybe I'll look deeper and I'll cut it in after this. But yeah, it's stupid. It's unfortunate. It seems like that was completely unnecessary. If any of them, all three, you know, the two agents and the driver, if any three of them had cooler heads prevail, that might not have happened. Yeah, really unfortunate. I hate waking up to news like that. I'd much rather wake up and see that, you know, Delta, like, successfully exfiltrated a fascist dictator in 3 hours with no casualties, right? Like, that's better news than, oh shit, somebody got hurt, and then you look at it and you go, this was really avoidable. Which is why, like, police training, I don't know, I know a lot of ICE agents are former police, former military, but I don't know if you just become an officer what the training requirements are, because to me that just seemed like like well, I hate using this phrase, but the nail in the coffin for the situation was that officer who was in front of the hood. It was his lack of training and his idiocy that like sealed the deal on this being a tragedy instead of just a controversy, right? Like, or just simply a controversy, not a national head news. Obviously, it still isn't a good look regardless, but that's my 10 cents. I figured I'd throw it out there. Not that anybody cares, but, you know, I like listening to myself talk, I guess. Bye.